I want to talk to you about what a lot of fans are talking about, the officiating. And I'm wondering, would you want to have the officials just keep the whistle in their pocket on a play like DeAndre Hopkins? I mean, what's your take as a receiver in this league, seeing what happened with the Texans and Hopkins last night?
Yes, I did see that live. I think it's very similar to, questionable whether a quarterback fumbled or was his hand going forward. I think in those situations, because you have the opportunity of a replay, just let the play out, and then you can always fix it the other way. I think once a play is blown dead, there is no going back. So I just think err on the side of caution. If you're unsure, let it play out. And if he did happen to step out of bounds, the replay will show that, and no harm, no foul. Same thing, a quarterback fumbling in the pocket versus an incomplete pass. So I think when you can replay it the other way, let's play it safe and just keep the play alive.
What would you say about replaying everything? Spotting of the football, plays like this, even pass interference, Greg? Where would you stand on that?
The pass interference stuff is tough as a replay. I just think that's such a subjective call. I still think there's a human element to those sort of calls, but black and white calls such as stepped out of bounds, we've seen it now with complete and incomplete passes. That's very black and white, obviously to a degree with the incomplete passes. I get the caveat of going to the ground. Still, nobody seems to understand. But for the most part, it's very black and white. I think it's funny. We all watch tennis and we watched the Olympic volleyballs, and they have down to the millimeter graphics of whether a ball was in or out of balls that are hit 150 miles an hour serves. And you'd think that with our game we could have technology to know if a guy's in or out of bounds. Especially when you have a play that was as significant as last night.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.